Hello, and welcome back to Trestlebridge Capital's Giving Back series. Before we begin, a quick note from our legal team. Today, we're joined by Matt Rettig, president of the Benefit Others Foundation, to share more about their inspiring mission to support children facing difficult medical diagnoses. Let's dive in.
Well, appreciate everyone taking the time to join us for this month's installment of Giving Back. Today, I have the privilege of speaking with a good friend, Mr. Matt Rettig, also one of the founding members of Benefit Others. Matt, I know you and your other founders are all volunteers, all very busy in the insurance world. So first and foremost, appreciate you making some time to join us here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. And want to congratulate you as well on the impact that your organization has had on the lives of truly some very deserving children. Love to start at the beginning and just get an understanding of how this all came together.
So I'm in the insurance sector. I work for a company. It was called eRisk. We were acquired by Nationwide. So it's Nationwide Insurance. And my clients are insurance brokers from across the country. So we were at a conference, maybe it was right before COVID, but we were sitting around thinking we have a lot of connections in the industry. Insurance is just a very generous industry, and we wanted to make some kind of impact, some kind of difference. So that's where it started. We were at a conference in San Diego, and then COVID hit, and probably 6 to 8 months into COVID, we really started appreciating where we were in our lives and our career. We weren't really affected by COVID per se in terms of our actual job, like so many others. So we felt very fortunate, and it was a good time for us to launch this organization. So when we started thinking about what we wanted to do, I started contacting not-for-profits and learning how it works, what goes into establishing it, even the expense ratio. Do you have people on staff? Do you not? We really wanted to focus on 100% of the money being raised to go to the cause. We had kids, so we wanted to focus on kids. And what we came through after talking to multiple larger not-for-profits was these not-for-profits didn't really need our help. They had funding. They had places where people can go. Make-A-Wish Foundation. They have actual residences in Disney World where they send families. So when I spoke to one of the employees, it was actually Make-A-Wish Foundation. She said, what you're doing is fantastic, and we truly support it. We don't need your help. But who does need your help are the smaller not-for-profits that don't have the monetary means to help impact these individual families, and they can't send them on trips, or they struggle with raising money for research in the individual families' medicines. So we came to the conclusion we want to help kids, and we want to help those kids that are connected to smaller not-for-profits. Over the years, it really evolved. Our first year, we helped an individual in Texas. His name was Cal. He was 7 years old. He had Duchenne muscular dystrophy. For him, we sent his family to Hawaii, all expenses paid for. And then we also had some additional cash left over where we provided some monetary help for his medical expenses. Fast forward 5 years later, we have an individual named Peter who's suffering from cerebral palsy. He is 8 years old. We purchased a handicap van for him and his family. And then any additional costs in terms of medical bills that we're able to raise will go towards that. And one thing we really wanted to focus on is we didn't want to lose sight of the children that we helped or the families. Even though we started 5 years ago, even though we're on year 6, we're still contributing to Cal. Maybe not the significance in terms of the monetary impact, in terms of the actual number. We're still following up with the family. We're still asking what they need, and we're still contributing money or help or whatever we can really do. Every year is different, and we just really evolved. And then we take it a step further where we just don't give monetary help for the actual family, but a percentage of that money that we raise goes to the organization. Again, Cal, the organization he's part of, is Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So a portion of the money will go to Cal, and then a portion of the money went to cure rare disease. And the way we raise money, we really just do it in one golf tournament a year. So we're all located in the Northeast in Connecticut. And over the years, it used to be a Northeast thing. Now people are flying in from California, Chicago. We made it a very big marketing event for the insurance industry. If you're not there, you're missing out. Selfishly, for some people, it's business. They can meet a lot of clients at this, they can network. And for us, it's awesome because we can just keep getting more and more people there, and most importantly, sponsorships. What started out as a small organization where I think the first year we raised maybe $40,000 because the cost of golf is pretty significant. And then we provide dinner and an after party type event. So the first year we cleared $40,000 to $50,000. 5 years later, we're clearing anywhere from $125,000 to $175,000, which is great because the larger we get, there's more recipients that we have to give to. So we just want to keep expanding and making this as big as possible.
Absolutely. And love how you guys took an opportunity to give back and even incorporated that into your industry as a way to obviously grow. And that's translated to some success. I've participated in that tournament in years past. And another one thing that always stands out is you get to hear from one of those families that has benefited from what you've been able to do from them. Any particular example or family that's stood out about what impact your giving has afforded them?
Yeah, so Arabella, who was our 2024 recipient last year, her mother Liz spoke at the event, and she did a tremendous job. You become friends with this family because you're in constant communication, and throughout the year, they're giving you updates on their child. And Arabella is very young. She is almost 3 now, but has severe cerebral palsy amongst many other medical issues. The doctor basically told her that her quality of life is not really going to be that good. And that was probably 2 years ago. The mother wouldn't take that as an answer. And she just kept fighting for her daughter to get as much help as possible. But it comes at a cost. If your income is X, the medical bills for these children is astronomical. For example, with Arabella, 100,000 was able to put that into a fund where they can go get the therapy she needs, go to NAPA. NAPA is an organization where it's world renowned. It's in Massachusetts, and it's extremely beneficial in terms of therapy for cerebral palsy and many other medical issues. But instead of going there once, which is, I think, between $10,000 to $12,000, she was able to go there twice this year. The financial hardship that these families have to go through in terms of taking loans out, taking second mortgages on their house, it's almost peace of mind where they can just focus on their kid and trying to get them the most help they can get versus stressing out about these medical bills. Arabella, my wife received a text this morning just that Duke is coming out with this new stem cell research therapy that they're going to try. She's currently no longer characterized as nonverbal, which is a humongous step for somebody with the degree of cerebral palsy she has. And she owes it all to the therapy and the additional medical help she was able to get. 2 years before that, Avery, who unfortunately passed away, but she had an inoperable cancer brain tumor where they told her she had 6 months to live. And one of our board members knew the family, and she became our recipient. And we raised a pretty substantial amount of money for her. And she was able to get drugs that she wouldn't have been able to get in like the standard marketplace. So they pretty much had to go outside of the country to get these drugs. And the father was very emotional, but said because of the monetary means we were able to provide for them, He probably had a couple more months left with his daughter that extended. I could go on in terms of some of these stories, but it's extremely impacting. And the family is so tremendously grateful. And it's actually more rewarding for all the people that participate in the tournament and raise money. And yeah, it's really rewarding for the people, all the people that are involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of families in need, I know you guys have been very generous, have the opportunity to work with many. I'm sure there are that many more out there that need help. If folks are in that situation, what is the best way to coordinate with your organization to see about potentially establishing some sort of support?
Yeah, so for us, the best way is to go to our website. It's benefitothersfoundation.org. Again, benefitothersfoundation.org. And from there, you can donate and you can look at fundraising events that we have. Again, we only really have, we want to expand it, but we have one golf tournament that we've been very successful at. So we haven't really expanded, which we need to do. But fortunately for us, we actually just took it, we disabled it because the tournament it's September 10th this year, and our limit was 130 golfers, and we already reached our limit. But there's obviously many other ways you can donate. So I would direct everybody to the website.
Absolutely. And final thoughts for folks that are listening that would potentially be interested in getting involved. What are some of the other ways that you feel your organization could benefit from additional support?
We want to expand. Our goal is to help as many families as possible. So the past 5 years, we say it's one recipient, but we always help the previous recipients. So right now we have 5 recipients. Each year, ideally, we want to add 2 recipients. So for 2025, Peter Bellingrath is our recipient. We're hoping for 2026 to have 2 recipients. So there's 2 families that we can make an immediate impact of. And the only way we can do that is to raise additional money for them. It's countrywide. So Cal was originally in California. I think he ended up in Texas. It's not just a Northeast thing. We're trying to make this nationwide. We accept recipients from all over the place, all over the country. We just want to expand. And most importantly, what we really emphasize is all the money that's donated, it's going back into these families. No board members obviously make any kind of salary. We don't have any staff, and we're very fortunate where a lot of our board members actually pay out of pocket for the golf. So it doesn't take from the actual money coming in. We give prizes at the golf tournaments that have been pretty good in years past. And that's paid directly from one of the board members, just pays out of pocket for it. So I do want to emphasize that, because you look at a lot of these not-for-profits and these charities, and 75% of the money you give goes to the actual mission statement, right? Like the actual individual family or disease that you're trying to fight. And then 25% goes to the staff. At our not-for-profit, as long as the board is here, 100% of it is going to go to the actual cause.
I think that's a very important aspect that often gets overlooked, of how much of that dollar actually goes to the end recipients. And I think we can all agree there's no more noble cause than being able to support families with children that unfortunately have been dealt a much more challenging card. So kudos for all of the success you've had, but more importantly, for that initiative coming together, being able to really incorporate an industry to rally around and help support some kids that are truly in need of it. Great work, and keep it up.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time, and I truly appreciate it.